difference between hear and listen is the difference between passive thought and active thought. What I mean by passive thought is what your brain is doing at all times. It is processing information. What I mean by active thought is what you do with your brain. You think. In terms of the sense of hearing, the word hear represents what we are always doing with our ears, whereas listen represents what we do with our ears when we are thinking actively. So take a look at this illustration. Sound enters the ear. Hits the eardrum. This is the eardrum. All this in here. The cochlea sorts sound by frequency. The nerve passes signal from the cochlea, this is the cochlea right here, to brain stem. Signal travels through the brain, getting decoded along the way. And this is where it's very important, right here. The auditory cortex recognizes and processes the sound. This is happening all the time. It never shuts off. You are actually hearing when you are asleep. The greatest example of this, of course, is dreaming. Your sight never turns off. When you're sleeping, your brain is actually using the senses. It's using your hearing and your sense of sight. And this is where it happens. So this is a processing. So when you hear, what you're doing is using the most basic ability you have with your ears. Listen is different. Listen is what you do when you use active thinking with your ability to hear. So when I listen to you, I am actively thinking. I am actively thinking up here in combination with my, of course, auditory cortex. The two are working in tandem in order to come to some sort of conclusion. So that's why when I listen to something, I can have some sort of conclusion. I can have some sort of thought. I can respond to someone. If I'm just hearing you, what is happening is my brain is processing the sound. And that's it. There's no active thought process going on. Okay, so were you listening?